No one wakes up one day realizing they have lost respect for themselves the way someone loses an object. It happens gradually, through small decisions that almost go unnoticed. A boundary ignored here, a swallowed silence there, a concession made just to avoid conflict. When awareness finally arrives, inner peace has already been traded for approval, and identity has become cheap currency in someone else's hands. That is how the loss begins, not in the outside world, but in internal surrender. How many times have you done more than necessary expecting recognition that never came? And why do so many people accept emotional scraps believing that this is maturity? The answer is straightforward. Whoever abandons internal control ends up living in reaction to others. Self-mastery protects. Dependence exposes. When you govern your choices, no one decides for you. When you negotiate your dignity, anyone can take control. There is an ancient principle that still holds true. Power never lives in those who beg. Forced attention, demanded affection, and requested validation drain personal authority. Energy is a limited resource, and wasting it on those who ignore your boundaries is an investment that always results in loss. Kindness does not require submission, and politeness does not mean self-erasure. Clear boundaries prevent abuse before it even begins. Emotional reactivity, on the other hand, hands over control. If this message is already resonating with you, take a moment to like the video and subscribe. That support helps the channel reach more people who need these insights and keeps this kind of content coming your way. Another common mistake is taking responsibility for changes that are not yours to make. Trying to rescue someone who refuses to change often costs time, emotional stability, and clarity. Each person is accountable for their own character. In the same way, trading solid values for momentary pleasure always comes with a high price. Satisfaction fades quickly, consequences remain. Those who protect their self-respect learn to walk away from opportunities that demand too much in return. Living according to other people's opinions is another quiet form of captivity. External judgments build nothing real and offer no support when things fall apart. Freedom begins when approval loses its authority. Solitude, in this sense, is not failure. It is a space for strength. Being alone is better than staying poorly accompanied out of fear. Those who know their worth do not need to announce it or prove it with speeches. Consistency speaks louder than words. In the end, everything leads back to one central point: self-mastery. Control, clarity, and firmness prevent others from using your emotions against you. That does not create coldness. It creates stability. You do not live to please, persuade, or beg. You live guided by principles, fully aware of where your responsibility ends and another's begins. If this content helped you notice something you had overlooked before, share it with someone who still confuses kindness with weakness. Subscribe to the channel to keep receiving practical reflections like this one. Those who rule their own mind stop paying the price of naivety.